He had done everything right. Planned for months, researched the market, built the prototype, pitched investors with everything he had. And still, no breakthrough. Not even a glimmer. Today, we step into a verse that breaks open these fears. A verse that speaks directly to that inner ache when the world calls you a failure. But something deeper whispers, keep going, nothing is wasted. This is episode 21 of Beyond the Battlefield. Chapter 2, verse 40. I'm Jessica, and with me, as always, is Ankur. Let's walk together into the space where even the smallest act of selfless effort becomes your protection from the deepest fears. Let's hear from Arav, a visionary founder.
I don't know anymore. 3 years, 3 full years, and still nothing to show for it. This wasn't some impulsive idea. I planned everything. Spent months researching market gaps, customer behavior, tech feasibility. I ran simulations, spoke to mentors, made a roadmap with timelines and fallback options. But reality doesn't seem to care about plans. I wake up to rejection emails. Investors who once called me visionary now won't even reply. I've maxed out credit cards, borrowed from friends, pitched in boardrooms, cafes, even parking lots. And still, no breakthrough. I thought I had something. A product that mattered, a mission that meant something. But now, I'm just tired. Every day feels like I'm pouring myself into a black hole. And the question that haunts me is, what if I'm wrong? What if none of this leads anywhere? What if I've wasted everything? What have I got?
Wow, that founder's voice. It really got to me. All that effort, all that heart, and still, no clear result. You can feel his frustration. But this verse, it seems to say something very different about effort, doesn't it?
Yes, Krishna is turning the whole idea of success upside down here. He's saying, in the path of karma yoga, no effort ever goes to waste. Even a tiny step taken on this path protects you from deep fear.
But how can effort not go waste, Ankur? In the startup world, in business, if the product fails, the market doesn't care about how much you tried.
True in the world of outcomes. But karma yoga is not about external outcomes. It's about internal alignment. When your action is rooted in selfless intent, in clarity, without expectation, then the result is not measured outside you. It transforms you. It purifies the mind, breaks ego's grip, and saves you from what Krishna calls the great inner fear. Fear of failure, fear of identity collapse, fear of being nothing.
So, even if I fail in the world's eyes, something inside me is still growing?
Exactly. Think of the founder, Arav. Every pitch he made, every only step he took without greed or ego. Each of those becomes a purification. And unlike worldly effort, where a failed crop is just lost, here the inner soil is always being prepared. When you expect 10 and get 5, it feels like a loss. But if there was no craving, 5 would feel like grace. That's the tragedy of desire-driven action. Even when it wins, it loses.
Ankur, you know when you mentioned about Arav, how he planned everything in advance? The market, the strategy, the timelines. But still, nothing moved.
Yes, and it reminds me of a beautiful metaphor from the mystics. Imagine a river like the Ganga flowing toward the ocean, but before she starts, she pulls out a map. She says, I must go only this way, through that valley, over this hill, around those rocks. But what happens? Someone's built a house in her path. A mountain rises where she expected a slope. A forest blocks her turn, and she resists, pushes, fights until she's exhausted and maybe never reaches the ocean.
So, she was blocked not by the mountain, but by her fixed expectation?
Exactly. Obstacles aren't the problem. It's the mind that says, only this way, only that outcome, only my plan. That's where struggle begins. But what does the real Ganga do? She flows. No fixed route, no insistence. If there's a rock, she curves. If there's a drop, she cascades. If there's a cliff, she becomes mist and finds a way down.
So in Karma Yoga, we act, but we don't freeze our future into a blueprint.
Yes, we become like the Ganga, moving, adapting, trusting, not waiting for the perfect plan, but beginning with perfect presence. And because there's no rigid expectation, there's no blockage, no fear of detour, because every turn is part of the way.
So Krishna is saying, if you let go of expectation, even a small step becomes powerful.
Yes, in Karma Yoga, no failure sticks, no fear traps, no effort is wasted. That's why Krishna says, even a little of this path saves you from the greatest fear.
Ankur, this part really moved me. Krishna says, even a little practice of this dharma saves one from great fear. What does that mean? I mean, how can a small step in karma yoga protect us from something as big as fear?
Because fear doesn't always come from real danger. Most of our fear is imagined. It comes from expectation, from the mind that says, what if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if I don't get what I want?
So it's not the world. It's our own craving that creates fear?
Exactly. Just a small desire, a little attachment to it must happen this way is enough to give birth to mountains of fear.
Like the fear of not getting the promotion, or the panic when someone you love doesn't message you back. It's not what happened. It's what you expected.
That's the root. Krishna is saying start acting without that mental noise, even a little, and a deep calm begins. Even a drop of karma yoga, where you work without clinging to results, starts loosening the grip of fear.
That really speaks to today's world. So many of us walk around with subtle, invisible fears of being irrelevant, unloved, unacknowledged, even if we don't say it out loud.
And those fears can grow from the smallest expectations. Let me give you an example. A man walks past someone he used to greet every day. Today the other person doesn't wave back. That's it. But now, this man is anxious. His night is ruined, heart racing, thinking, did I offend him? Is something wrong? Am I being ignored? One missed gesture and it triggers a storm.
Wow, that's so real and so fragile.
That's why Krishna says, just a little of karma yoga, just a little detachment from how things must happen is enough to begin dissolving these fears.
You're saying, even if I take just one small step, like doing something without needing credit, or giving without expectation. It already makes me lighter.
Yes, that's the power of it. Karma yoga doesn't demand perfection, just sincerity. And even a spark of it gives you inner safety that no outer success can.
So maybe the founder from our story, even though he didn't get what he hoped for, might still be protected by what he became in the process?
Absolutely. That's what Krishna wants Arjuna and us to understand. You are not just doing karma yoga for the world. You are doing it for your soul's peace.
Ankur, someone might ask. If I choose the path of karma yoga, acting without craving, letting go of results, will I still make progress? Will I grow, succeed, reach anywhere at all?
That's a powerful question. But first, we have to ask, what do you mean by progress? Do you mean a bigger house, a fancier job title, more money? Or do you mean inner peace, love, clarity? A deep sense of knowing who you are?
That changes everything, doesn't it?
It does. Because if your definition of progress is only outward, then karma yoga may seem slow. But if you mean true growth, joy without conditions, calm without control, then this path gives you the highest form of progress.
So, karma yoga might not always make me rich, but it'll make me anchored?
Yes, and ironically, that inner stillness makes you more capable in the outer world. A calm mind makes sharper decisions. It doesn't panic, it doesn't manipulate. It creates wealth, but doesn't get trapped in it.
But what about ambition? Don't we need a little hunger to succeed?
We do need fire, but not restlessness. Karma yoga isn't laziness. It's intense action without inner shaking. You may still earn, build, lead, but without begging the world to complete you.
Wow. So it's not about stopping the race. It's about knowing why you're running and not losing your soul in it.
Exactly. And there's a story. Imagine a man who runs insanely fast down the street. He's sweaty, panting, frantic. Someone asks, "Where are you going?" And he says, "I don't know, but I can't stop running." Now, compare that to someone walking steadily toward a clear mountain, step by step. That's the difference. Karma yoga isn't about how fast you move. It's about where you are going and how awake you are as you go.
So in karma yoga, the speed might look slower to others, but the destination is real.
Yes, karma yoga gives you progress in the deepest sense. Not just outer achievement, but a life that flows with meaning, balance, and trust. It's not about chasing more. It's about arriving in the now.
So maybe the effort wasn't wasted after all. Maybe, even in failure, something was quietly being built. Not outside, but within. Krishna's words remind us that real progress isn't just about what you reach, but who you become as you walk the path. That even a single step, taken without fear or greed, becomes a sacred movement toward freedom. We may not control the world, but we can choose how we show up in it. So if you're feeling like the founder from our story, wondering if it's all worth it, take a breath. Act from love, not lack. Serve without needing applause. And do not forget to check out our exclusive GPT companion link in description. BYB Interactive. It's your space to interact, Explore more insights from the Gita, or just continue the conversation at your own pace. And remember, no effort done in the spirit of karma yoga is ever wasted. Not even a little.